All right, so here we are. I'm here with right now with Mauricio Restrepo. So Mauricio Restrepo, please introduce yourself. As you may know, this is being recorded. I just want to hear uh, you're good with it, and if that's okay for you, of course.
Sure, of course. Feel free
All
to record.
right, all right, Mauricio. So please tell us about who you are, where you're from, what you're doing right now, uh, just to get you know better.
Sure. So my name is Mauricio Restrepo de Fex. I'm currently living in Barranquilla, Colombia. I work for a company called Qrvey Inc., which have a product with the same name. It's called Qrvey. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now.
All right, Mauricio. So if I'm not mistaken, uh, you are in the product manager position, right? At this company
Ye-
that you just mentioned.
yes, the full title name it's technical product manager, but yeah, that's
All right. So which product or which part of the product are you overseeing right now? Like what is your main product overseas? What is like your responsibilities? Just in general, just to have like an idea.
sure. So just to oversimplify it, Qrvey is um, business intelligence product, business
Mhm.
intelligence product. So you can see it as something similar to Tableau or Power BI.
All right.
Right now, I'm overseeing the whole product. I have another product manager, which is my partner. We both like oversee the whole thing. There are many teams in the product that manage some parts of the product, but we have to be in charge of basically all of them. We have to be in sync and try to make everything look like smooth between teams, and so you know.
All right. That looks really awesome. So just for the recording, we used to work together. I was working at a product owner at this company too. Mauricio was my direct boss, and I learned a lot from him. So I kind of know what he's dealing right now. So all right, Mauricio. So we are in this course at the University of Maryland. This course is called Fundamentals of Product Management. Um, we're trying to get a little bit more of what is uh, like the principles that we have to take in place when becoming a product manager, like understanding the role itself. So this is why we are doing this interview, and we also want to aim a little bit more like a background. What is the background uh,
So
of these persons that are currently working at this role? So any academic thing that you specialize, that you work at the beginning, did you change over time?
yeah, for sure. So yeah, yeah, I didn't start as a product person. So first, I studied computer systems engineering.
Okay.
That was where I studied at the university. Then I did a post degree course in software engineering. So it was everything related to basically software development. My first jobs that I have were related to mobile software development. So I started developing in Android. A while ago, it was like Java Mobile Edition. So it was just software development for mobile devices. Then I don't know how I moved then to database development. Well,
Okay.
because when I was developing for mobile devices, I had to do like the backend part, like everything related to databases. I got good at that. Then I became like more of a database developer for other projects, yeah, not mobile developments, but other things for bigger companies. So after database development, I got some more experience. Then I became like a technical lead. It was still everything related to software development, but then I moved to a leadership position. And because of this new position, I started gaining more experience with dealing with customers. That's like the moment I started shifting my role. So I started doing um, more meetings, more supervising, more understanding, like achieving goals, trying to understand business needs, customer needs. So I started switching because in our industry, it's really hard to have, someone that can be like in the middle, in between the technical part and, the actual needs or the outcomes that are required. So that's where I started shifting. After this technical lead role, then actually I became a product owner. I in this company I was working on a while ago, I moved to actually being in charge of defining like the details of what had to be done, what was expected from functionalities for requirements, and so on. And then I switched companies. I was still a product owner, and it was for just a small piece of the product. And then um, some time passed, and I also moved again the role, and this time for product management. So it was like a new layer on top of product ownership, and it was more about prioritization, strategy, and so on. And
Awesome.
that's where I'm at right now.
Quite a change, right? So you start like developing, you start like getting well at it, and you can just get senior. You mentioned that you were like a technical lead, and then you realize that there was something that was kind of missing, and you were also good at it, which is understanding the needs, right? Because
Right.
maybe if I'm kind of assume correctly, you were saying that you start like dealing with these customers and actually getting the needs right. So like getting the needs, getting the what is that the specifics of this requires. So then you have this also the other knowledge of understanding the technicalities of what is build, what is the thing that you have to build. So you kind of switch on. So yeah, that was a quite a change. So I guess that this is was your journey. In my experience, I could say that is similar. What I have seen over the people that I have worked with, many people start like as your case, just being very technical, even could be like a developer or any other related role, and then like switching because it was like kind of difficult, or it was like uh, assuring things from the beginning, like everything is well defined, everything is actually what we require. So I think people also like to have everything in place from the beginning. So yeah, I think we have some academic rap background, a little bit of your journey, and that's also very interesting. And let's move on a little bit on, since you switched, right? Since you start like gaining this um abilities, these are skills. What do you think this is the like the key of the effectiveness of this role, of the role that you're dealing right now, in product in general? Like what is the thing that you have been doing correctly, and you think like, yeah, every person that is in this journey should like take a look at this, because in your experience, you are like right now a very senior product manager, I could say. You have a lot of experience. So yeah, can you expand on it?
Yeah. So, I mean, every job has its challenges, and product management, I mean, has a lot of things, or yeah, a lot of responsibilities. So, I think, and also because we have to work with many different stakeholders. So it's customers, it's the business itself, like, all the C-level people in the company, the technical teams, the design teams, and so on. So I think the key like skill to be an effective product management, I mean, it's a cliche, but it's communication. You can say that's obvious, but that's like 80 or 90% of the issues, at least I've seen in software companies. It's communication. It's the lack, or it's not only the lack of communication, but the quality of the communication, the
Yeah.
timing of the communication. So yeah, I can summarize it as communication. That's I think the key aspect if you want to be an effective product management. And again, I would say this is key for many other roles. But again, talking about only product management, I would say communication. Of course, you will have to have like like vision, and yeah, you need to understand the customer needs, the business needs. Yeah, that's something that you have to do, but communication is key for that. I mean, if you understand, that's fine, but if you are not able to communicate that to the team, to your supervisors, then that it doesn't matter if you understand, if you know what's going to happen or what needs to be done. If you don't communicate it right or time in a timely manner, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, I'm totally with you in this in this matter. This is something that for me is been very challenging. Like the whole thing about communication could be really, really huge, and it could be like it could cover a lot of aspects, right? Because it's also the timing. You mentioned something about it, like it's not actually just knowing things, it's just how to express, how to of course, the art of making questions, making the right
Yes.
questions. And this is part of the communication itself. So there is a lot of communication involved and yeah, for sure, I would agree with you that, and if you say so that this is a key, I would say that, yeah, every person that wants to succeed at the role should follow these uh, things that you're sharing right now in this interview. So,
Yeah,
and
and it's not the only one. I mean, I would say that's
of course.
the top one, but again, yeah, you will have to understand the market needs, the customer needs. You need to understand your team needs, like what they like to do, what they are good at. So it's also like the art of balancing, the art of translating. It's yeah, it's a lot
Yeah,
of things. But I think
absolutely.
communication is like at the center of everything.
Yeah, yeah. I think those kind of knowledge you gain within the experience, within the journey itself, like understanding better the market you're working with, the customers you're working with. So this comes with experience. This comes with growing. But yes, definitely, you made your point about the key of effectiveness in this role. So let's switch about this is the thing that you were good at it. This is the thing that you are excelling and actually this is a key factor for succeeding. But being in this role, like you said, this is the link between business and tech, translating and like being like a bridge. So what is the least enjoyable thing or aspect during your journey as a product manager? And right now, if it's something that is valid and it's persistent right now, so what is like thing that you say, I really don't like it. I have to do it because it's in my role, but I will definitely it's the least thing that you want to do.
Well, so another key aspect of most jobs is metrics. You know, defining metrics, making sure they are looking good. So one of the things I don't like is when
Mhm.
metrics don't look good, because then you have to make a lot of changes, a lot of discussions have to happen. So it's the job itself, it's already stressful because you have a huge responsibility in your hands. And it's not like you do everything, because I know that for sure. I mean, it's like as a product manager, I can help a lot, but I cannot do anything by myself. So I depend, basically, everything is done by someone else. I'm just like trying to help. But I have a huge responsibility. Like the success or failure relies on me. So just the stress that comes with the job, that's something I don't like. And with when things go wrong, basically with when numbers, when metrics don't look good, then that's the time when you have to make a lot of changes and there is a lot of friction. So that's like the part you don't enjoy that much. And it's not about like dealing with customers or having these challenging requirement, or we wanna have this huge feature rollout. It's not about that. It's about when the product is not succeeding as you expect, then you have to make like tough decisions, and you have to have some difficult arguments. So that would be like the the worst part of the job.
All right, all right. So let me see if I can expand a little bit more about this metric stuff that you mentioned. So yeah, like getting the metrics, but are you saying getting the metrics from the market to actually build the product, or getting the metrics from the product you're building and actually show like there is a result, or both, or a combination, or what is it specifically that the metrics
Oh,
is like
so
the thing you're
yeah,
actually
yeah, I'm talking about the metrics related to, let's say, the success of the product, like the
okay.
quality of the product, the satisfaction of customers. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean by metrics, like the yeah, how successful is the product itself.
All right, all right. Yeah, definitely this is very struggling. I have not had the opportunity to actually deal with these like responsibilities, but I know for sure this is really uh, a pain for every product manager out there. All right, Mauricio, we're coming to an end to this interview. I really appreciate your time. I know it's very difficult, and I really, really, really appreciate that you have this space with us. And I will publish this video to our class. I will, if 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 I cannot upload this video, then I will just post it in YouTube. And I want just for you to know if you're okay also with that, because that will
Sure.
be,
Yeah.
of course, publicly.
Sure.
But definitely this is something that will help me through my process in this course. So thank you so much, and
No, it was my pleasure.
I hope you
Sure.
have a nice rest of the day.
You
Thank you.
too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Now then.